Hello guys! In today's video I will talk about the events, courses, classes, any kind of service you want to offer other people. I will show you how to make the learning or course website, how to display anywhere on the Elementor page in this tutorial, and how to register participants, how to make tickets and events take payments, and everything with free plugins. We will require a bunch of them, but if you want to make it for free, you can do it. Otherwise, you can go and buy any payable option of event and will avoid all that hassle. Let me quick to show you what would you be able to do after this tutorial. And as you can see, I now showing on the page what kind of the events you will be able to display, and if you're gonna press on any of this, you then would be go to the event page and you will find information. That extra information you want you can display, if you want you don't, and you're going down you will be able to add to the calendar or export to the Google your event, and then date, cost, category, events, organizer, phone, other thing, where it's gonna be event, even online you can do it, and the map if you want to show. And by the end of the tutorial I will show you how to make the tickets for this event as well. So you will have two options: make payable events or make just free ones display with, or you can like ask just register the users for the event, or if you don't want you can leave it even without registration. So let's quick pop in. That's kind of the bunch plugins you're gonna be required. That's with the payable version. If you don't want to take payments, then you're not gonna need to PayPal and even tickets plugins, Elementor, yeah, and then starter templates is not necessary, but as you can see it's big bunch of plugins will be required. So if you wanted to find out and want to make that kind of the future for your website, please stick with me for the next part of the video. At the moment, as you can see, I don't have any plugin. I don't want that for you would be harder to follow, so I just deleted all the plugins. And first we're gonna add the plugins which one are required for that future. So we're gonna go to add new, and then we're gonna search the events calendar and press enter. And I'm gonna skip it. And then I'm gonna go to the plugins, add new, and I'm gonna add events calendar shortcode and template add-on. So we have a two, you see it's quite few we are required. Registration for the events calendar. It doesn't have a lot of installation, but this plugin actually what it do, if you don't want that the customer or the attendees would pay for the tickets through the online, we just can register their names and you would be able to know who want to come to the free events in this kind of scenario. So I'm just gonna show how to do that registration for the events. Gonna install this one, activate. So we have a free those ones, like if you're gonna go you can see now new future registration we installed, and then we installed as well the future of the shortcode templates add-on settings. So we have at the moment two futures added to our the events. Other futures will require actually the search box. It's very nice if you would like to put as well with the events on the Elementor page the search function. So I'm gonna as well to install the, and you can see the events calendar search done. You can install it, activate. So we have at the moment 4. With those 4 you can actually display and show for your customers what events gonna be you doing. So let's first do this one, and after we're gonna do this ones, then I'm gonna show you by the end of the video how to add payment option and accept payments even for the events. So that's gonna be future bonus. First you just need to add a few new events. I'm gonna do it now. And then you have an option of the future image to set which one gonna be published before this kind of an event. So we're gonna go set future image. And because I installed the Astra theme, what I like about this one, we have an option and we have the future free images from the Pixabay. So you don't need to go outside of the WordPress for the, I'm gonna in event calendar. It's not gonna be a lot of good images, Best I'm gonna pick something with the event calendar related things. So I'm gonna pick this one and gonna save insert as our future image. So we can see this kind like in here. You can add tag if you want. Let's say events plugin for this kind section, and that category you can as well create tutorials. It depends what you're doing. Let's say if you're having like sport events and three different like see running or cycling, so you can pick like cycling events and running events or swimming events, so different categories of events. But this one tutorial, I just add tutorial for this kind of purpose. And here you have as well that Astra settings. How do you want to like disable primary header, disable title? That it just designed future. You can play with that. We're gonna see how it's gonna look at the page, and I didn't practice this kind of thing and just doing straight away, so I'm not gonna don't know what's gonna be required to do. So after you created something kind of like text about, you can add, you can going down, we have then time, the event calendar, start date and finish date. All the event you can do, or you can with the timing. So let's go pick some May 28, and I'm gonna leave a time, let's say from 8 to 5, and then you can location. You can like write it down the basically where event gonna be displayed. I'm gonna, let's say, pick London, address, you can kind of where you want. I just gonna make up country, you can pick United Kingdom, code, postcode, gonna made up state. Okay, London gonna be London, and then postcode, you can type postcode. Okay, just gonna be more specific, might be that TN23 phone, and website. I'm gonna place my web, and then you have show map and show link. Okay, you've done that. And then organizer, you can leave blank, or you can, if you want to display, you can display. Let's say you want to display phone number and my website. Email, this email will be of use and avoid in getting harvested by spammers. So yeah, we're just making kind of warning that if you're gonna leave email, you can get a lot of spammers, but I'm gonna leave it for this tutorial. You can add another organizer if you want. I'm just gonna delete it. Event website, if you have one. If you don't have, you don't need to. And then currency, price before, and then let's say £10. Registration for the event, then you can disable registration, logged in users, or limit registration, how many people want. Let's say we're gonna limit up to 30 people, and then notification emails leave blank for default, and confirmation leave, and then the shortcodes of the registration, and then you're gonna go attendance list. If you want to show for your people how many people already signed up for this event and who are they, you can show it, and if not, you can don't show it. I'm gonna show in this particular tutorial, but you can do whatever you want. Let's say I want to publish and I want to preview changes. You have a text, you have a registration form, you have a currently registered lead, you have timing, organizer, you have venue. And if you're gonna go now to the events, you will see that one event has been created. Now I'm gonna postpone video, gonna create the same way few other events. As I have said, I make another 3 pages. We can preview one like this, and then another like this, and another like this, and we have another like this. So we have 4 pages. As you can see, is a picture about, is a registration form, and then some text, then information about the current registration situation, and then the kind of information where it's gonna be, what kind who's doing, and where it's gonna happen. Actually, you can enable or disable any of those. It depends from your requirements. Let's go back to our events and have a look. You have a tag. You can actually go to tag and you can play with the tags. You can enter, or you can just press simple to edit, and then you just have name, slug, and then description. I advise to put the more information you can in every field. That would boost SEO of the website. Even categories is same. Just make sure you put as much information as you can. You have a registration section after. So there is the screen where you're gonna see who has registered to your events. At the moment we have none because no one have been registered, but you would just have basically first name, last name, email, and you can have a form. If you have as well like settings where you want to display before, after, or you can like insert the shortcode. So I suggest, if you don't want to, let's say, to have registration that kind of field for every event, then probably just pick the shortcode and insert in those events where you actually wanted to people be registered, but they're just gonna leave it as it is. If you're gonna go to display type, you always can visible or reveal on a button click, as at the moment you can see, or pop up. You can have as well new events and existing events will not allow registration until enabled manually. That's actually, it's on the future, it doesn't matter. That default you can adjust, but it's not really matter. And if you're gonna go down, then you have form fields that you have first actually field, second, third, phone, and then you can like include and required. Basically this one is not include and not required, so it's not showing up on our form. If you're gonna go here and gonna see, you see it's no phone number, it's only here. But if you come here and you'd say include and required, and if you can add more, actually add fields as well. You can adjust what terms and condition gonna be, basically paste that your website page, link, error message, and if you wanted to prevent scam, you can as well require an error and include some kind of reCAPTCHA. You can do this kind simple, or you can do by the Google. I'm gonna save it, and then we're gonna go, let's refresh the page, and if we're gonna go press, you see the phone is already appear in that form. And you can always like, you have your option where to display, and then you can, let's say, that form pop up on your new as a Windows, or would be displayed all the time. It's down to your taste actually, but it's good quiet idea of basically looking like this. So if the person not interesting, it's not occupy that much on the space in the screen. I showed that. We just have a look. This one, customs text label, registered, and then you have actually saying kind of like messages you're gonna send. It's a lot of setting. You can have a look, but mainly you can adjust, as you see, styling as well, the color, the width, form, and you can even add a custom CSC if you like. As you can see, you can control quite a lot here. So we have a look, this kind of form, email, then you're probably the email where you're gonna be sending all those registration, notification, what kind gonna be name, notification of the registration, and the event title gonna be displayed, and then kind of the confirmation you registered to a venue. We are looking forward to having what kind of the message gonna receive your client, which one gonna register to that event. And support you have basically, if you have some questions or some other things, you can contact this plugin developers, and you can maybe receive some kind of help. So let's go to the venues. Then here we have one London venue. You can actually add more, but this kind of just made it. I just put random picture, it doesn't matter. So this is not a lot to tell. You just, if you want, you can add as many as you want. Organizers, it's same, it's just me at the moment. You can enter as many people as you want. important. It's not the future. It's actually you can import any other events from other websites by using that kind of plugin. It's good feature, but it's payable. And then we're gonna go to the settings. I'm gonna go through really quick. You have general basically information, how many events gonna be showing, comments or not gonna be showing, other ones, what URL, it's like single events, how it's gonna display, what time, what currency symbol, is it gonna be shown or not, and if you're gonna go map, how much zoomed or zoom out, other kind of messages and time zone. You can just read it. It's basically basic stuff where we have like, it doesn't need a lot. If you don't want, you just leave it as it is and don't even go and just do nothing. And then display, you as well have basic template settings. So we have at the moment default page templates, so it's rewritten by Astra. So if you're gonna go down, you're gonna see some data format if you want to change timing, separator, and you can enter some HTML before event content and after. So that's if we're gonna go before this event and after. If you want to add kind of thing, I'm gonna quickly show what, let's say add media. I just gonna insert this kind person before and same person. You can insert form like contact form if you want. Add media in this case, the same author. So I'm gonna save it. If you're gonna go to this kind of the page, if refresh, you can see kind of the person. So that's the information you can display. We have a look this one, no licenses. So there, if you wanna like kind of other options, so you need to buy. If you buy anything, you entering licenses in here, and then you have that extra functionality to your event calendar. You have a Google Map that is basically default from the developer. All courses did with the Elementor. And in this field, if I go here, I don't like anymore this one, so I'm gonna delete it, and I wanna search event, and you can see event calendar shortcode. And if I'm gonna drag it, bam! As you can see, is it amazing? It's all your events showing up on the Elementor. So you can see all courses, what we basically doing here, and then if you're gonna go, you would see where this area, and you can insert in any page, any Elementor page. It's quite a nice and good option, I would say. This as well colors, yeah. This colors actually is adjustable. I just gonna show. If you're gonna go shortcode template, then you have those colors basically, which one, and then text, families, how do you want, and you have some extra settings. You can enter your own CSC, upload the image. If you're gonna go and you're gonna press find out more, you would end up on a page. It's not best design I'm showing at the moment. If you're gonna go back, display, I don't really like this one. Save. And then if I'm gonna go to events, let's say first one, I just press, and after that I press enter, and in events calendar temple, upcoming events, okay, and I in the end insert it in this one. So I update. If you're gonna go more, you're just scrolling down, and then you having inserted as well that kind of events in your website, your actually the WordPress other courses. And if basically maybe you wanna do something different, if you can just templates, and then you can select category. You can basically this kind of WordPress, so you can just show WordPress only maybe. And then style, timeline might be style. You want to change a bit style, like style free. Other things, let's say leave it. Okay, update. And then if we're gonna go back to this our page, refresh, you can see it would be displayed in different format. If you're gonna go back all events, you as well have kind of like settings, how it would be displayed. List, let's say, this kind of list. You can basically go to the setting. If display, can select how it's gonna be displayed. You can leave it as just list, update, and if we're gonna go back, let's say coming from this one, we like, put pressing all event, and then it's only show the list option page, and we installed as well the search plugin. So we just need to search event search done. We need to add. I just gonna pop there, but don't be like afraid of the design. You can play it up. I just gonna update and gonna show quick what option you're gonna have. So if you're gonna search, then you can search for the events with the search button. Let's say this one, and it's gonna go straight away to that. Going back. One more thing what I wanted to show you, how to take payments. We're gonna go to the plugins and we're gonna add new, and we're gonna search for event tickets. Yeah, this one, event tickets, you just install. You can see 40,000 active installation we got. After installation, you just press activate, and I'm just gonna do the skip, and you have an additional section now appeared here for the tickets. But we're gonna need to back into plugins, add new event PayPal, and you can see PayPal events. You install this one plugin, activate, all has been done. So now we're going back to the events. You're gonna need to go to the settings first, and then you're going to the tickets. You're just gonna show what kind of the event, where to display. You can play this kind of thing, and then I already done it, but actually you're gonna find like this kind of screen at the beginning. It's like you have to need to enable tribal commerce, and then you just enter your PayPal email, receive payments and email. You have you enable payments, yes, and you set up your currency code. I just enable now PayPal sandbox. You don't need to do this one. You just enable for the testing, and you have to as well to do that enable on your PayPal account. So then with those two accounts have the same settings on the sandbox. You can actually go by through the system few tickets and just see how is it payments coming through, is it everything working fine. So that's a little bit tip. If you wanted that, I would make that kind of tutorial about how to set up pound sterling and how to play with the PayPal sandbox. I can do it for you. Just leave it notice for me in the video. Just leave it notice in the messaging section. I'm going down and you can adjust. So save changes. Then we're gonna go to the events after you've done this, and you can see I already actually I made it for this one, but let's say we're going preview. Let's say our courses, we wanted this one, how to build WordPress website with Astra and Elementor. We want to charge £10. So how to build our WordPress website. So we did, and then you have an extra button PayPal events even appear. You can usually going downstairs, and then new tickets type, it's gonna show. So the best way is just do what is kind of the event that you would track yourself. Price 10 and capacity, let's say 25. Save a ticket and you have a ticket. If you're going now to this kind of date, you need to press. And as you can see now we have a tickets down there. It's how do you build WordPress website, and if you're going, let's say want to buy 4 tickets, let's say you're just gonna basically buy 1 ticket, you get a ticket and you would be transferred to the PayPal page. Thank you for watching this, and I hope you enjoyed the content. I would like to hear what you think about this content. Just drop the comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe and put the ring notification bell. Thank you and bye bye to the next time.